Hello everyone. Today is December 28, 2022. So a couple of more days of trading and then the year is over. Okay, so let's talk about what the market did today. It's a Wednesday, and there was some good movements in ES, especially in the morning, and then in the afternoon there was also a couple of opportunities, but nothing major actually. So let's review it and let's discuss it. Before that, let me remind you that there is a promotion going this week with Apex. You can subscribe for 90% discount and 50% on recurrent rate if you maintain this one. So the idea is that take advantage of this 90%. The links are in the description. I have had some, probably 10 people that have subscribed, or 10 plans that have been subscribed now, and I think that it's a great opportunity just to test it. And for around $20 you can get, and it's a little bit less even, you can get a $50,000 probation. I don't know if the word is probation, but an evaluation account, and then see if that one you can qualify for that one. Make sure not to risk that much, and make your trades small, especially this one, probably four contracts is a little bit too big for a 50,000. So I would go with one or even two on the contract, so you get the tick trend a little bit smaller, especially for those accounts. Even you probably want to also try it with micro contracts instead of going with the large ones. Okay, so let's start the analysis here. So you see that overnight, the 30 minutes chart overnight was almost flat. So you see that there is a compression area that you have here. You have a high, and then you have a low here. But in the overnight, you do have really a very tight range here. It went up, and then another similar high there, and then you have similar lows here. So then in the market try to break out to the upside, and then you have moving averages moving in the opposite direction. So it's actually, this one would have been a kind of a counter trend, I would say, if you try to move to the upside. And remember that this one was coming from up to down, so most likely this one was going to go and continue the direction of the initial move. Okay, so let's see what happened during the day. Then you do have, mostly in the morning, you do have a 4 or 5 down bars, so the market was actually selling off, and it was selling off nicely and I would say smoothly, but it was selling off. So you do have this. Let me go here. Probably I do have too many. I'm gonna reduce this here. I'm gonna take all of these historical pivots out of the picture, so we have a cleaner chart. So okay, so let's see here. We see that there's a high here, another high here, and another high here. So I'm tempted to draw my upper side of here into or this range, just tagging and touching the support and the resistance. So you have resistance at this level. You see that there's one point there, another point there, another point there. You do have another there and another there. So these are areas of support, and these are areas of resistance. So extended area is this green area that where we are extended, but here we are kind of fine. So look at also this area here. That one is an area of support, and this one is an area of resistance as well, which is given by the previous day and high or opening range for the first 30 minutes. And then you have the same kind of very similar in here. So you are looking at a significant area of support right here. So this one is formed by this pivot here and that pivot there. So this one is defined as significant, and also you do have some well-defined area of resistance up here. Then so the market has started to move to the downside. Now in this area we avoid trading, and then we wait until this one breaks. You could probably have taken this break here. I don't know if it's a good idea. Probably it's not, just because you do have this this support level right here that is kind of like acting as a support, and then it's not letting you going down. So look at the back at the you know, back of your, at the left of your trade or session, and you will see what happened the day before, the overnight, and you will see what if a major area is broken or not. Now you do have this one here. You do have, you know, coming back down, broke the area, kind of like was rejected, and then comes back. When you see this formation, this one is an obvious entry. Look at that. So you have, probably you wanted to enter there, right, because of the support. But as I said before, you know, you do have this area that was you know, moving from yesterday. This one is actually significant as well. Came back up, and then made another week out of the moving averages, and this one is a beautiful entry right there. So you have one target out, and then you have a runner all the way to there. So this one was a really nice entry. Now you're a little bit oversold already. This one could have been considered, this one is riskier, but you would have been able to take it as well. Why? Because you are in a downtrend. You have a high, you have a low, you have a lower high, you have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then this one is actually not very well painted, but it's breaking the resistance again. So this one is a beautiful entry right there. Now you see that the market reverses right there. Now it's not a reversal setup, but the market went the other way, just out of this you know, green area right here. In the bottom of it started to move to the upside. Now in here you are in compression. Right here, this one is compression. You want to avoid to trade in compression. I mean, it's easy for the market to go like there and then come back down. So in this case, it didn't do it. It went all the way up and then came down. Okay, so but this one is an area of compression. Then you have one pivot there. You have one pivot there, and you have another pivot there. You have another pivot there, and then this is where you touch, or you create this upper channel here. You have a higher high, and then you're forming here a higher low, right there, after it moved down there. So this is probably a good entry. Now the problem with this one is that you are in a congestion area. So if you want to enter, this one would have been a valid entry as well. But then you have the previous day low. Now that one there acts as a resistance level right there. So actually the price went and touched that one. You have descending a descending VWAP, and then the market rejected that price there, and this one is supported by by the momentum. I didn't talk about momentum here. Momentum is crossing to the upside here, so there's no actually an inflection in there. It's just that this one is compression, so that one is not to be trusted, but it was forming a higher high and then a higher low right there. It didn't make the new higher high here. It didn't go all the way to the upside, but it broke. So when you saw this one, or when I saw this one, I draw this high against that high. So those two are interesting points. So what I did was to paint that one there, and then that low of the channel, and then that one gave me a beautiful, very beautiful target. And actually I did trade this one all the way down. Okay, now when you are in this area, you are already in the bottom of this channel. So you have to think if you really want to take an additional trade at this level. Probably not. And actually what happened here was that the market continued ranging here. So this one fortunately wasn't a good area to take. So you do have two good trades. So I would say that it would be that one there, maybe this one as a continuation, and that break right there. Okay, so you see that one there, that one is a touch, it came back down. It is in a congestion area, but it's it was broken. It was a lower high, and then probably you wanted to take this one at this level as well. I really took it up here. Anyways, that's what I wanted to share with you. In NQ was similar. Let's see if it was that similar. Actually, this one is the 8. This one is the tick trend 8. I do have, you know what, I'm gonna do the deletion of this one as well. I'm gonna just paint the pivots for the day right there, so the drawing is cleaner. So you have moved to the downside again. You do have this channel right here, kind of the same thing as the ES. Yeah, you go there, you move to the upside there, and then you started to drift down there, and then you have the breaks. This one is a little bit more complicated chart, just because you have so many ups and downs here. It's not a clean break, so it's a lot tougher to trade. The ES was a much smoother. So if you see in here, this one would have been a good area. It's a little bit extended on this channel, but it was moving in the right direction there. If you want to draw the extensions here, so the overnight, you do have that high and that high, and I'm gonna paint it with these lows here, expecting a channel move. So same thing, let's go with the analysis. So you have market in this direction with similar highs, similar lows, so market is ranging, and now you have a larger move, significant pivot low, significant pivot high, and then from there the market has started to drift there. Where's the entry? Significant pivot low, not well defined. It was well defined when we touched it again, and then came back up, and then made the move to the downside. That's the perfect entry there. Okay, so let me see here. And that would have been, probably a good entry. You could get some one target and maybe two targets there. Okay, in here you are in the green area already. There's no actually entry in here. There is a couple of entries there for smaller targets, but it was some choppy, more choppy than ES for sure. Okay, now if you are targeting this area here, when it started to move to the downside, this is a beautiful move. If you are moving the stops, and then you would get all of this. If you connect these highs here against that low, you form this channel. You are targeting this area right here. Beautiful. And then that one there, when it moves to the other side of this channel and get moved to the downside. Yeah, it was a great opportunity to trade on ES and also in gold and in QQQ. Let me see the 30 minutes on the QQQ. Yeah, QQQ was actually bearish as well. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles before noon that were in the moving to the downside. So also you have the moving averages, the 50 SMA and all the moving average stacked to the downside. So hopefully you were able to recognize these patterns today and made some money. Let's see crude, what it did, a little bit to the bearish side. In here in the morning, let me get this one. This one is moved significantly in the opening. Let me see here. So again, in here you do have a significant high and significant low in the overnight. Then if you move and project this low here, you have a break right there, a little bit of congestion, and then another break to the downside right there. Okay, and then market started to move up, but really I marked this, I moved it a little bit, but I marked this channel. Let's mark it again. I don't know if this is the best. Probably that one there. Yeah, this one is good. So you have this higher highs. This one is a trend reversal. So you have some congestion in this area, and then you have this high. Once it breaks and then comes back, then this is the entry right there. Okay, and then you have one target, and then a little bit of reversal, maybe 2 targets there, and then you have another entry. No, not that clean. You're close to this VWAP here, and then moving above. You see that you have higher highs and higher lows, and then if you take that high here and then that high here and then project it into this low there, you have a good entry at that level right here for the move to go all the way up here. So you have another target there if you're patient. This one was in the afternoon, actually tough to take it. The easy one was actually this one down here, that one there, and then maybe I wouldn't say that this one is easy, but the second entry right there is probably a better one than the first one. Sometimes I like to wait for the second entry. In gold, actually there's no that much to do here. In the opening, it didn't do that much. It was very slow, in there, and then there was a move to the downside. I I didn't trade gold today, so I do have all of these charts, all of these drawings there. But you see that it was actually in a range. There was a significant move yesterday all the way up here and then come back. But then you have some continuation here, and then the market really was not doing that much at the beginning and was not doing that much in the morning. So tough to trade gold today. I didn't do any entry. So the main entry was in ES, and that is where you probably had the opportunity to make some good money there. Well, remember to subscribe. Remember about this promotion that Apex has, and happy tradings. I will try to make a last video of the year, maybe tomorrow. Not clear if I'm gonna do a market recap on the weekend. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching.